Queen Elizabeth has a particular love for Morecambe Bay potted shrimp on toast. She likes using ingredients from her estates, and so if she is at Balmoral, her favourite is poached salmon from the River Dee. If she is at Sandringham Estate, she likes venison steak with a mushroom whiskey sauce. She is not much of a foodie, but she loves chocolate. Her favourite dessert is chocolate perfection pie, which is a pastry case filled with cinnamon, meringue and chocolate cream. Prince Philip's main of choice was salmon kulbiak. This Russian dish consists of salmon and vegetables, wrapped in puff pastry. A former royal chef said he'd want to try any new dish and got excited about new ingredients, whereas the Queen, if we had a new recipe, she would have to look at the whole recipe before saying, yes, okay, I'll try it, or most definitely not. Wherever Prince Philip went, he insisted on his electric glass-lidded frying pan being packed. For breakfast or supper, when no one was around, he liked to cook scrambled eggs, sautéed mushrooms, omelettes, smoked haddock and bacon. Prince Charles is a big fan of mushroom risotto. He loves wild mushrooms and would take his chefs to Balmoral to show them where the best mushrooms are. Charles is so particular about how his eggs should be cooked that his chefs usually waste 6 eggs to get 1 right. Prince William's favourite food is a chocolate biscuit cake. It was even part of his wedding cake in 2011. The Duke and Duchess revealed in an interview with BBC One that Kate loves an Indian takeaway. She likes a spicy curry and naan bread. Prince George loves cheesy pasta, and he and Princess Charlotte even helped to make it at home. During a visit to Lavender Primary School, Kate Middleton revealed that her daughter had a pretty unusual favourite food. She said Charlotte loves olives. Prince Harry's favourite sweet treats growing up were Nanai Mau bars. The tasty bars are made in the Canadian city of the same name and feature a coconut base, custard filling and a chocolate topping. Meghan Markle explained that she loves to eat healthy and leans towards foods that remind her of living in California. She said acai bowls, green juice and chopped salads, those are the things that make me think of home. Princess Anne has a bowl of fruit every morning and a practically black banana must be included. Anne has selected devilled pheasant as her #1 supper pick. Whenever her son, Prince Andrew, is visiting, the Queen ensures his favourite sweet treat is on the menu. It's creme brulee with caramelised Sandringham oranges. A favourite savoury dish of Princess Diana was aubergine stuffed with courgette, bell pepper, celery, onion, mushroom, bacon and topped with mozzarella cheese. Her favourite dessert since childhood was bread and butter pudding. Princess Beatrice likes egg, rye bread and fruit for breakfast. For dinner she likes white fish, tofu or turkey with steamed veggies and greens. Princess Eugenie enjoys fresh croissants for breakfast, and for dinner she often opts for pizza. Grilled meat and fresh fish from her estate are favourites of Sophie, Countess of Wessex. Prince Edward enjoys eating bacon sandwiches. He calls them Balmoral butties. Mike Tyndall recently shared this pic from the family's kitchen of these tasty burgers he made. Mike said, "If Zara is away competing, I'll have my only takeaway of the week. It would definitely be a Chinese. It might be a banquet for two, but obviously it would just be for me. I can do that fairly easily." Zara and her children love to treat themselves to an occasional ice cream. Sarah Ferguson is fond of eggs drumkilbo, so much so that it was on her 1986 wedding menu. It's a hard-boiled egg, lobster and mayo topped with bacon and caviar. Queen Victoria never permitted her own table or that of her household to be served with anything that was out of season. For breakfast, the palace chef would prepare things like porridge, fish, eggs on toast, Lux bread and smoked haddock. This would be served on a side table, sort of like a buffet, and Queen Victoria was also fond of a lamb chop for breakfast. She requested several courses for her evening meals. The dinner would start with a selection of soups, then move to fish. Victoria really loved turbot or whitebait. Next, the chef would serve another main with meat. The monarch preferred roast beef. Finally, the meal concluded with vegetables, sweets, and then cheese. Pale consommé was Victoria's favourite soup. To perfect this hard-to-make broth, the royal chef had to clarify veal stock using a cracked eggshell and minced breast meat mixture. Victoria didn't like meal times to last more than half an hour, and in this time she could eat an 8-course meal and after dinner cheese and fruit. Court etiquette dictated that Victoria receive her food first. All dishes were removed from the table as soon as the Queen had finished. I wouldn't like to be served last at that dinner table. Elizabeth I loved marchpane. Today we call it marzipan, a paste made from ground almonds, sugar and egg whites, and flavoured with cinnamon and pepper. She liked to have rocket leaves every meal and insisted they be sprinkled with sugar. Mary I was particularly fond of pears, fresh or in tarts. Elizabeth of York and Jane Seymour, like me, were great lovers of cherry jam. Whale and porpoise were favourites of Henry's first wife, Catherine of Aragon, and were served on Fridays. Anne Boleyn was fond of fruit, especially damsons, pears, plums and strawberries, and when she was pregnant she had a craving for fresh apples. Anne of Cleves liked the still famous Mehlspeisen, sweet pastry dishes. There is plenty of evidence that Henry VIII loved fruit. Cherries and strawberries were particular favourites which he enjoyed raw, while most other fruits, apples, pears, plums, damsons and peaches, he liked cooked in pies or tarts. Spit roasted meat, usually a pig or boar, was eaten at every meal, and Henry liked to eat grilled beaver's tails on a Friday when, according to Christian tradition, it was forbidden to eat meat. Rather conveniently, Henry classified beavers as fish. Vegetables only made up about 20% of the average Tudor diet, but unusually, Henry VII liked well-cooked cabbage, broad beans, peas, leeks and onions. George V of England liked to drink thin soup for his 11 a.m. snack, and his two favourite foods were mashed potatoes and apple dumplings. Mary of Teck ate grilled capon 4 times a week. When William IV came to the throne, his wife Queen Adelaide dismissed all the French chefs and insisted on more homely English cooking. Lord Dudley complained that with Queen Adelaide as host, you now get cold pâté and hot champagne. Edward VII liked Spanish ham and trout with caviar in a hollandaise sauce. Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother, enjoyed fish and chips. Every chip had to be uniform in length and thickness. George II and Queen Caroline ate pineapple, frogs, puffin and songbirds. They especially enjoyed baby animals because they said the meat was extra tender. Charlotte of Mecklenburg-Strelitz started a food tradition that lasted centuries after her death. In honour of her birthday in 1780, the Queen threw a party for the year's debutantes. The Queen ordered an 8-foot cake covered in white icing, which was placed in front of her. As the girls filed towards her, all wearing white dresses, they curtsied low to the Queen, but it appeared as if they were actually honouring the cake. The last meal of George IV included 2 pigeons and 2 steaks, washed down with a glass of champagne, 2 glasses of port, and 3/4 of a bottle of wine. Alexandra of Denmark liked a sandwich of braised tongue, chicken dressed with mayonnaise and cress. It is now known as the Queen Alexandra sandwich. Grand Duchess Maria Alexandrovna ate pea soup almost every evening. Princess Louise, Duchess of Argyll, liked curry. Her mother, Queen Victoria, ordered a batch of curry to be made every day in the palace kitchens, whether it was eaten or not. And this concludes the video. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please click the like button, give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe for future videos. Thank you.